Ooh, baby, I like it raw. Yeah, baby, I like it raw. Ooh, baby, I like it raw. Yeah, baby, I like it raw.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, good afternoon, or good night, depending on when you're listening or when you're watching this, ladies and gentlemen. This is Big Ray. I'm here. So here's the deal. As you can see here, I'm not really where I'm used to be. Where I used to be recording and stuff like that. I'm at my mother's house, and this is weird. They're doing some work in my home. Oh, actually, hold on one second. Let me just bring this son of a bitch up. But really quickly, so Jimmy, before I even start talking to everybody, can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear, dude.
Okay. So I was just telling everybody that and the music is not too loud in the background. Should I lower it? Like, I don't.
It's kind of loud, but it's not loud where I can't hear you clearly.
How's this? Is this better?
That's better.
All right. So here's the deal. They're renovating my kitchen. They're renovating the dining room. They're redoing the ceiling. So I'm going to be living here at my mother's house, the place where it all happened, for the next 2 to 3 weeks.
Wow. 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah. I don't have my soundboard. I don't have, like, if you saw this makeshift bullshit that I have here with the laptop, and I don't even have my sound. But I did something. Let's tell me if this works. You ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go. Can you hear that?
Yeah, but it does sound like it's coming from in there, though.
It is. It's coming from a speaker.
Yeah.
And I'm doing my best. But anyway, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, good afternoon, good night. And you could hear me clearly. I'm bugging out. This is the actual MacBook built-in microphone. Yes.
No way.
Yes. When you have an M1 Pro or when you have a Pro, whatever, they build in the microphone. It's like a built-in studio mic. You know what? I have to plug this laptop in. So I'm the pundit. Excuse me, Bert. I'm the pundit of the people, the man of the planet, Big Ray, here to say talk some lucha libre today, and I'm not alone, ladies and gentlemen. I am here with my brother from down under, the one and only Jimmy T from the PWC. Jimmy, say hi to the people while I just plug this damn thing in.
Well, hello to everybody, and I just want to give a special happy birthday to not just Liz, but also Jerome Hall. Happy birthday to both of y'all, and thank you, of course, for joining us. And tell us what you're doing for your birthday. I know Liz was saying something about meeting up with her friends yesterday, which is funny because I was in the future and it came up on my Facebook that y'all birthdays was yesterday, but it's technically today because it is the 25th for you, right, Ray? I believe. If you heard me or not, and for all of y'all. But more importantly, thank you to everybody else for joining us in the chat.
Yeah, I didn't hear you.
J12.
Sorry, Jimmy.
Vicious. That's all right. I was just wishing Jerome Hall and Elizabeth a happy birthday.
Oh my God, it's Elizabeth's birthday and Jerome Hall's birthday?
That's right.
All right, let me try this. Hold on.
The Wonder Twins.
Let's do a...
Yes, boy!
Does that work? Oh, how about a... All right, cool.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yo, dude. So I'm producing this right now. Everything from StreamYard.
That's cool. It's working good, man.
Not bad,
I do have my Roadcaster connected, but I don't have all the things that you have, though. That's the problem.
What things do I have? What are you talking about?
Well, like I've got Yeet. I've got but I don't have I want the Triple H thing. What's your name, fella? Triple H.
Oh,
that makes me laugh every time.
Here, this one comes in.
What's your name, fella? Triple H.
Yeah.
Very cool.
That is so good.
I'll tell you, brother. I gotta when we get off the air, I have to take a picture and show you like my setup here. It is the most
I can't wait.
Unbelievable. Like right now, you see the little bed behind me.
Is that a bed? Oh, it is a bed.
Yeah, it is a bed. What'd you thought it was?
No shit. I thought it's gonna sound stupid. Mind you, I just woke up. That's why I look kind of pale.
Me too. Look at my eyes.
Yeah, no, I'm worse. Look at my eyes. But in saying that, you know what I thought it was? Like a kitchen table for a second,
okay,
dude.
That works. Dude, let me tell you something, brother. The worst thing is I haven't slept the last 2 days because you know when if you guys are married or if you have a girlfriend or boyfriend or somebody you live with and you sleep with every single day who you care about, what happens is you get so used to sleeping with them, you don't like you start looking for them in the middle of the night. So I'm like over here, like I can't sleep. It's hot, yo. I'm gonna say this quietly because my mother's in the other room. Have you ever stayed in a Latina woman's house anywhere over the age of 65? My mother's about to be 80 this year. Okay. And it is fucking stifling hot. I can't even breathe in this apartment. It is so fucking hot. I had to crack the window and turn on the fan here. It was crazy.
I hate that. You know what? You're spot on. As a matter of fact, it is pretty much the same with Greek parents. You know what I'm saying? And this is what annoys me. I'm glad you said that because every time I go to my parents' house, the heater is on full blast, bro.
What the fuck?
Even when it's fucking hot, it feels like. And then they say to me, well, we're getting old. And apparently you get a lot colder. So that's probably the reason.
Well, I got a couple of toys. Well, maybe one or two toys to show you here. So this is this is Aiden's first wrestling microphone.
That's awesome.
This is what WrestleMania is this? WrestleMania 30, right?
Yep, from New Orleans.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
What? That
It
looks
has
good, man.
Has an echo gimmick.
I've actually seen those to buy, you know, from like the toy store, wherever, Toys R Us and whatever. I didn't think they worked that good.
They're very good. Hey, Jimmy, do you want to see it?
Whoa. See what?
Well, they talked about it last night on Monday Night Raw, which we will be reviewing later today.
We will, absolutely.
Do you want to see it?
I want to see it.
I'm gonna bend down and show it to you right now. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right.
I think.
It's heavy and big.
Ooh, how big?
Very big. Hold on, stand by.
Ooh.
Isn't that fucking heavy?
Shit, the spinner. That's right. Wait. Are you gonna ruin pro wrestling for me too? That looks good, dude. That looks very good.
It is very.
Is that the one that Mr. Rosenberg actually bought for you?
Yeah. Hold on. I put this Twitter sticker on here when I was doing the. Do you remember when we were doing the wrestling challenge thing on Facebook, and we were cutting promos on each other? Do you remember that?
Yeah, that was good. Whatever happened to that, man?
I don't know, but hold on.
Why don't we stop that shit? I never cut a promo, but I remember everybody else cutting a promo.
I was the double champion. So I like put stickers all over this thing, and it was just ridiculous. But I forgot I had this in this house. This is the only belt I have left. I've given everything away. And
yeah, saying that, man.
This is my first ever replica belt that was given to me by WWE. I guess he's an announcer now, a play-by-play guy, Peter Rosenberg.
Absolutely, man. I can't believe how far he's gone into WWE now these days.
I always had
some of your videos too.
I always had a feeling he would, bro. That dude. People talk shit about him. This guy fucking loves wrestling, bro, more than anybody I ever met. So good for him. I was
happy too because I wasn't the biggest Rosenberg fan per se, you know, from Hot 97. Mm-hmm. But then when I saw him and then seeing him how big of a WWE fan he is and just a wrestling fan in general, I couldn't hate on him, man. And you know what? He's actually good at what he does. He's a DJ, of course, as well. So there's the nod. Yeah, but man, how did he become as big as he did, man? Like, did he just hustle?
Work.
Like what?
Hard fucking work. The dude busted his penis off. Trust me, I've seen it. He works so hard to get where he is. So for all y'all haters out there that hate my boy Peter Rosenberg, add him on Twitter and tell him Big Ray sent you and be like, yo, I'm sorry. But anyway, man,
Rosenberg's a man for sure.
But yeah, man, so I'll be here next. So I'm gonna be doing I wanted to make sure this all worked. So, you know, I'm glad that damn it. This has the old snapback gimmick. Doesn't have the Velcro. Like
don't they fuck up eventually?
No, man, this thing, dude, this is like bro, this is
so the snapback doesn't fuck up over time.
This is like one of those ultra deluxe leather gimmicks. Like it's
that's what impressed me. That belt there, no shit, looks legit.
Yeah, I gave Billy Ray Valentine my last title belt. as a gift. It was one of my favorites. I gave him my NWA World Heavyweight Championship.
Why would you do that, dude?
Because he was the best man at my
offense.
wedding, and you know, I still love the guy. So,
Oh man. Well, when you put it like that, man, I mean
All right,
that makes total sense.
all right,
See how
you
much
know,
of a friend you are, man. I mean, come on.
bro, look at Jerome, who's in the house
Nah.
with a
On
$10
his
super
birthday?
sticker on his. But he gave us a gift on his birthday.
God damn.
Jerome, throw up your Cash App. Everybody, send him $1,000 now.
Everybody.
Everybody.
$1,000.
1,000. I'm not gonna. You know what? I'm canceling the show until everybody sends it. All right, I can't do that. Jerome, thank you, brother. I really appreciate it, man. We really appreciate it here, and we appreciate you guys tuning in. Jimmy, is there anything you wanted to talk about really quickly before we jump into the news? We have a couple of things here.
Not really, man. There's nothing that really stands out except, but
What?
we'll talk about it when we
No,
get
no,
there.
go ahead. Is it wrestling
It's
related?
got to do with Raw. It's got to do with Raw, yeah.
Okay, so we can say that for Raw, but don't forget. And hey, did you and your and Dee, did you guys go watch what do you call it? Snow White?
Weird. No, actually, no, we didn't.
Nobody did. Nobody
I
fucking
should
did.
do that deserves one of these ones.
Yeah, I got that too. Anyway,
No.
all right, ladies and
Extended.
gentlemen. All right, so I don't know how I'm going to do this, Jerome. Thank you again for the super sticker, man. I appreciate it. We appreciate you guys being here. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you guys are tuning in for the first time. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do some. So now again, I'm doing this all from this is like old school, bro. So let's see how this fucking works. I'm gonna fade this out, right, and then I'm gonna jump right into. Oh, that's whack. It wasn't supposed
That's
to do
whack. That was pretty whack.
that. Let's try this again, right? Now it's supposed to fade out now. You ready? Let's see if I can do this right. There you go. Did you see that? Oh
was
boy.
better.
All right.
Before
Ladies
you
and
just
gentlemen,
cut.
it was so cheap. Ladies and gentlemen, it's pro wrestling news.
Oh, no, she didn't, bro.
Huh?
Oh, no, she didn't. Elizabeth with a $10 super sticker on her
No.
birthday. Yes.
What are you doing?
I don't know what's wrong with you guys. Come on.
You got now you guys have to send $1,000 to Elizabeth each. Let me see. We got about 30 people in the chat. So we'll still we have 15 people in the chat. I think 30 something people watching now. So that'll be $1,000 each. That's $30,000.
Wow. Imagine that right now. Liz, we love you, man. Thank you so much for that.
Elizabeth, Jerome, all you guys. You know, you make our week, and we have the hammer time. Charles at Hammer Evans or Alfred.
Is in the house.
Yeah, man. Thank you guys so much, man. Why don't, you know what would be funny? Elizabeth and Jerome, why don't you send each other $1,000?
Yeah.
Would that work?
I guess.
So
No one loses anything.
So Jimmy, again, I'm not trying. This is so unprofessional because I can't hear myself. You know how usually when you
that's
have the
bad.
microphone,
Right.
right? So it's very awkward. I'm used to hearing my own voice. So this is why I keep asking you. So the music level right now is good.
It's good, man.
It's not too loud, not too.
Not at all. Look, it's louder than usual, than what you usually play it,
Right.
but I actually don't mind this.
Okay. So let me see something. So if I put it around here, is that a little better? All right. So
That's
about
better.
14. All right. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let's fade this out. There you go.
There we go.
It's not perfect. It's not my soundboard or anything, but fuck it.
Yes, boy.
Yeah.
Correct to fade
Yeah.
out, right? Yeah, I know.
I'm using-
StreamYard's a bit shonky, man. Like with the fading, if you know what I mean.
It is a bit shonky. I don't know what that means. What does shonky mean?
Well, exactly how I put it. If I say it's a bit shonky, it's a bit dodgy.
Hold on. Yes, Jerome, you will take some cookies because I still say to this day, and I kid you not, Elizabeth sent me the best cookies I've ever freaking had, like homemade cookies. They were fantastic, and it was like so good.
I
So
remember that. and I was jealous. But I'm all the way down here. Damn it!
Don't be jealous. Give this man some cookies. What?
Yeah, the cookies probably would be still good to eat, even by the time they got down here.
You think so?
Yeah, of course, for sure. Cookies don't go off that quick.
Okay, I don't know, bro. I don't know much about baking. I know nothing of baking. I can cook like food, but baking, no bueno.
Yeah, me too. Baking, I've never baked. I can cook, but baking, yeah, no, that's not for me. But I've never tried baking cookies. That's for sure.
All right, let's see what we got here, Jimmy. Let's see this because it was yesterday on the Monday locker room. Matt and Ben Hamin were talking about Ari Emanuel leaving Endeavor, and they were talking about the whole restructuring of the possibility of Vince McMahon coming back. And I'm not going to really talk about it, but if you have anything to say about it really quickly, but you can, if you really want to know the in-depth like breakdown of this, guys, you just go to Channel Attitude right now, check out the Monday locker room, and Matt and Ben had a great conversation about that. But go ahead, buddy, jump in.
Just want to say in the chat, it was RBV, but it was with Ben Hamin.
Sorry, RBV. I'm sorry. It was RBV. I apologize. Anything you wanted to say regarding all this craziness?
Well, talking about what's going on, man. Why would Ari Emanuel now leave Endeavor?
Well, they gave him $100 and something million payout.
What's behind this? Like, really, bro, what's going on?
I don't know, man. I mean, Ben and Vickery were talking about the fact that there's a possibility that Vince McMahon could actually really come back.
I don't know if I buy that just yet. If he does, it's not going to be publicly. Come on, let's be real here now. But
that's why they're making it private. They're turning it private.
Right, they turned it private. I was just going to say that, and which is weird. But TKO is not private though.
Bro, you're asking the wrong person. When it comes to the ins and outs of this stuff, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you guys really want to know the ins and outs and the way Vickery and RBV and Ben Hamin freaking they broke it down and everything like that. If I sound like I'm off today, I'm just like trying to figure shit out and everything like that, so I can't get my words out and I can't hear myself. It's weird for the people that don't know production. It's very weird. But yeah, dude, I don't know, man. I don't know much about it, so that's why I'm saying, everybody, let's throw this up. Another super sticker by our brother Cold XX Blooded.
Cold-blooded.
I don't like when you do that. It's weird. I used to date a girl. She was like tiny. She was like 4'9" with giant fun bags, and she actually had like a little squeaky voice like that. It was quite annoying.
Oh, that's
bro.
nice.
She was stop it. This is weird. No, you know what Jimmy say? Oh, Ray, don't stop. Let's see something. Say it like.
Oh, Ray, don't stop.
Oh my God. Oh wow. Sounds just like her. But
that is a bit disturbing though, to be fair.
It's weird. She had a little squeaky voice. She was tiny. But anyway. So yeah, I'm not really sure about the whole Endeavor thing. But listen to Ben and Richard Bronson Vickery, and they break it down really well on the next level. Damn, this belt does not want to stand. It just lays there, just like that girl.
Wow, damn it. Why didn't you warn me? Because again, that deserves one of these ones.
Again, thank you very much, guys, for the super stickers. We appreciate them. We appreciate you guys supporting us. And like I said, if you can't, donate to our channel, man, just straight up, just being here and sharing and liking. And when I say liking, seriously, like click the like button because it helps the algorithm push the video forward, especially this video. This is one of the only, if not, I think this is maybe the only show that is just YouTube exclusive. So it's up. So if you guys can help push it out there, man, and tell your friends that like wrestling and stuff, hey, check out this show. It's on every Monday morning, and if you can't watch it, the replay is available. So please do that. We appreciate you guys. So let me see here. It says while they've been, and by the way, I'm used to working on a big screen because I have my gaming monitor. That's what I use for my screen. Now I'm working on this laptop. So I'm like,
I like how you said monitor, by the way. Monitor.
Monitor? What am I doing?
Yeah, monitor.
It's a monitor. What do they say? Anyway,
it's your New York accent, man. I love it. Don't worry.
New York. It says, while there have been rumors of WWE running another Evolution event, multiple sources say that they have not heard anything yet regarding the show. I'm going to shout this out. It was Fightful. This isn't news. This is just a rumor, as I always say. Every pro wrestling, what is this? This isn't even news. Anyway, it says, for what it's worth, Drew McIntyre told the Daily Star that he's been pushing to make an appearance on Raw Scotland.
Well, we just had Raw from Scotland.
Yeah, this is yesterday's news. So I do yesterday's and today's. So I guess no Drew McIntyre. I think Ben Hamin tweeted something about that. Like, you're in Scotland.
Why
And
would you do that?
Let me just. I know we're going to talk about this later during Raw, but I have to say, what a fucking disappointment that there was no Joe Hendry.
Oh my god, that would have been. I didn't think of Joe Hendry because we were in Scotland, of
We're
course.
fucking Scotland. When Jey Uso came out, and we'll talk about it again later. But when he came out with his mystery partner, you could hear like the air being let out of the stadium when it was fucking Jay, his brother.
On.
Jimmy.
You're telling me everybody didn't know that was going to be Jimmy? We knew that.
No, everybody thought it was going to be say his name and he appears. Can you imagine that place? How crazy that place?
That would have gone. I'm telling you, like Gorilla Monsoon would have said back in the day, the crowds have gone bananas.
Oh,
they would have gone bananas, 100%. Wow. But no shit. They missed out on actually bringing Joe Hendry, but I actually didn't expect Joe Hendry. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure I said it last week on this very show that it would have been, it's going to be his brother, dude. Like, I mean, come on.
Yeah, T.N. Couponer, one of, bro, do you know how long T.N. Couponer has been with me personally on this YouTube / podcasting journey?
How long?
Bro, from the beginning, like from way back. T.N. Couponer is one of my original. Yeah, Josh Floberg is one of my original guys that's been my boy, that's been supporting me and everybody. Big Slam Nation. He goes back to OneWrestling.com. Wow. He goes back, bro. He has been there from the very fucking beginning. And Bill Apter days, yep. And bro, Josh, I love you so much, bro. You have no idea. There's a couple of people, man, that are part of our family here that tune in every once in a while. They've been here since the Bill Apter days. And we're talking about 2011, folks.
Wow.
So, damn. 2010, 2011.
And Josh is one of the best ones, man. I mean, he's as loyal as loyal can be, man. He loves all our shows, including, what I do. Without you, he's always with us. He always supports HMG, always sharing out stuff. To talks right. And I always say that if you ever need a coupon, especially in the Tennessee area, go and see T and Couponer on YouTube, dude, by the way.
Josh, put up your YouTube channel link or where they can how they can at you on YouTube to find you, because it's almost like ASMR. I can't explain it. It's very calming to listen to his channel and to watch his channel. As he breaks down all these cool things that like these finds and buys and it's just check it out. So Josh, if you can, just throw it up there in the chat. Anywho, Jimmy, what else we got here? On Eric Bischoff's 83-week podcast, Eric Bischoff claimed he won't be working professional wrestling anymore, putting a lid on talk of him being involved in any Vince McMahon startup. So Eric Bischoff says he's done with wrestling. Like he's retiring from professional wrestling. So, Jimmy, I know you're a big Eric Bischoff fan. Your thoughts?
I actually am. I've got his book too, Controversy Creates Cash. So yeah, I am a fan, as a matter of fact. And I did see sort of a headline about that. That's a shame, man. But you know how it is in pro wrestling, though, Ray. Do you truly believe him?
Well, Jerome Hall jumps in and says that's a lie.
Oh, well, there you go. Great minds think alike, man, because I kind of feel that way. But in saying that, he's getting up there in age, man. He's in his 70s, I think, at this point.
Is he in his 70s?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he is, dude.
Let me ask Siri. Hey, Siri, how old is Eric Bischoff?
Eric Bischoff is 69 years old.
Oh, close.
How clear do you hear that?
I heard that clearly.
Wow. I can't believe I got to. I can't believe I was able to do this.
Was that the Australian Siri by any chance?
What's that?
Was that the Australian Siri?
Oh yeah, I gave her an Australian accent.
That's funny because I just realized and it clicked to me. I'm like, hang on a minute. Why
Bro,
did that accent sound familiar?
I'm telling you, I don't know. Even before I ever met you, I've always loved Australia. I've always thought Australian accents were cool, and I always loved the culture. And it's one of my favorite things. And the fact that I get to work with a freaking bogan like you, it's like awesome.
Hey, hold up.
What?
The bogan beat. Come on now. But
Pleasure.
since you brought that up, actually check out the latest 60 Minutes, the Australian one. You will like that because it's got to do with the US.
What does this say?
But
what are they talking about?
it's about what do they call what was Trump's friggin' little army that he pardoned? The guy that he pardoned.
Oh,
recently?
the what do you go? January
Is it Pretty
6th people?
Boys or some shit.
Oh, the Proud Boys. The Proud Boys.
Oh, Proud Boys. That's it. Proud Boys. Yeah, they interview him, the main dude that got pardoned by Trump. You gotta check that out. It's pretty full on.
Frank's Pickleborough ass is fucking hilarious. Aussie, oi. Anyway,
I hate that. Just quietly.
I know. Why do you hate that again? Like, what is it?
Because that's very bogan, dude. Like,
It is
Aussie,
bogan.
oi. Like, come on.
Yeah, it's a redneck thing. Yeah,
It's real redneck, dude. Like the ethnics don't really do that shit.
and just so you know, if you go to Outback Steakhouse, there's no such thing as a fucking bloomin' onion in Australia.
A what?
A bloomin' onion.
What the fuck is what's a blooming onion?
It's a big fucking onion, and then they they deep fry the onion, and it's a breaded onion, and it opens up like a flower. Just look it up, a blooming onion. You never seen what a blooming onion is? I'm gonna look it up.
I've never even heard of it, bro.
I have to show you now. Outback
Damn.
Steakhouse. I'm gonna show you the bloom. It's like the most. It's supposed to be like an Australian dish or whatever. Let me see. Bloomin'.
That's
There
a
it
load
is.
of crap.
It is
I'm
a
gonna
load
say
of
it
crap.
right now.
It's a load of crap. Oh, here it is. All right, so let me just let me see if I can do this here. For those who've never seen it, share screen, blah blah. Okay, so this is
It sounds good though.
a blooming onion. Yeah, right here.
Okay.
See, it's
Kinda
all
weird
fried.
looking, dude.
It's all fried.
It's all fried.
Yeah, it's all fried. Yeah. This is
You
it.
do a pretty good Aussie accent.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate it.
It's gonna be hard for an American to do that though, man.
It is. It's really, but you know what it is?
It
It's
is,
kind.
it
It's
is.
kind. It's kind of a mix between almost a British accent and a Boston accent.
Yeah, when you say British, it's not similar in terms of because they kind of sing when they talk like "Hello, Ray." You know what I mean? You've gone no audio, Ray. Your audio's cut.
Sorry about that. My bad.
Yeah.
But it's like I'm telling you, I'm like working on this, guys. Like hopefully by tomorrow I can figure all this out. But like if you listen to a Boston accent, right? It's like it's, so when I'm talking like an Australian, it's the same as me talking as Boston. I'm in Boston here. You mix a little New York, and it's like, hey, you're wicked
Chowder.
smart. Yeah, we had a chatter. You want a hot dog? You want to go see the Red Sox? Anyway.
That I can relate to with the Boston peeps, man, because we do the same. Like the way they say certain words is exactly how we pronounce it. Like car, Red Sox, like you said.
Did Josh put up his link? Did Josh put the link up to his YouTube channel? I didn't see it.
I don't see it. But just click on TN Couponer and you'll take you right there.
Yeah, if you look up his name, TN Couponer, all one word on YouTube, you can find his YouTube channel. So anyway, let's see what else we got here, my friend. I'm sorry if I'm rushing. I just have a lot to do today. I love you guys. And I'm in mommy's house and I'm very uncomfortable. I'm not sitting in my computer chair. I'm sitting in like a metal folding chair that they use in professional wrestling with the little padding. Not very comfortable. Yeah, it is what it is.
That's the worst. Every time I've gone to my parents' house and I've had to do a podcast, I can't. It's almost impossible. Even my mum is home, for example. The worst, bro. Especially she might just walk in like randomly.
Well, no. I mean? So I've been doing this so long that my mother knows not to interrupt. But she will if she takes a phone call. Now, again, I don't know if this is a Latina thing. This may be a Greek thing as well. 100%. Mad loud, bro. Like you will hear the entire conversation. But you know what's crazy? Listen, I got to put this over. You're telling me I sound good in like Like I
You
sound like
really
I'm
do,
using.
bro.
There is construction going out, like in the background outside. Now I'm not in my house, but they're working out there. My mother's doing stuff out here, and you don't hear anything. It's just
I
incredible.
hear nothing, dude.
I'm so
Nothing.
happy because I was like, oh, do I bring my whole soundboard? It would have been impossible for me to plug all this in here. It's a small area. Yo, you know how much
Is it?
you know how much vagina I've had in this room?
Oh. I hope your wife ain't listening to this. If she does tune in or not.
She
but,
knows. She knows I was a whore when I was a kid.
She's not dumb, of course, obviously.
You kidding me? The guy like me? I love you, baby.
But you know how it is. You know, even though we've all had our past, if you know what I'm saying, it still sounds weird when your significant other sort of talks about it. If you get my drift.
I'm gonna tell you something. Last night, when I laid down and I looked up at the ceiling, let's just say like memories flush back, if that makes any sense.
That's a good thing, though, man. I get nostalgic too. Unfortunately, though, my parents have moved out of my childhood home. You know what I mean? So
sorry
that
to
kind of
hear that.
sucks. Yeah,
It was a house. It was a house, or it was a house, right?
It was a house. It was a house. But now they live in a townhouse.
Oh, how nice! So they don't have to do any work around the house or anything.
No, they're getting up there in age too, and of course, even though my sister actually still lives with them, with me not obviously around, why do they need a big house?
I don't know. Maybe they want more dogs.
Well, you know what, man? I don't know, man. Like I told you last week, I'm cool about it now. But I've never seen my dad cry in my life, bro. Never. Not even when his dad died. My grandfather. But with this dog, dude.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Believe it.
The reason is, and I'll make it very plain and simple. When you have a pet, whether it be a fucking anything, if that pet loves you back, it's unconditional.
Crazy, man.
It's unconditional. That is the purest. It's like a baby. Their love is like a baby. Any animal, especially with a dog. I'm not shitting on cats. I've had cats too, and I'm very allergic to them. But I've had dogs, and there is no love like a dog. Like seriously, they're the best. They're the best. Anyway.
Yeah, it sucks. So I was more worried for him than anything else, man, because I've never seen that.
I can't read that. It's so small.
I'll read it.
Well,
the artist return says, my wife is talking about selling and downsizing. I'm like, but it. You took it away.
sorry.
And he continues on saying, I'm like, but it's been the family home from day one, 20 plus years ago. And he's adamant about staying, but it's too many stairs. Come on, artist, man. As much as I would have agreed with you on that, as you get older, you don't want to be, walking upstairs.
Just a quick shout out to a new friend here, Mike Hawks Long. Welcome to the show.
Terry Funk and Haku. Does that look like Haku to you?
That is Haku.
Yeah.
The toughest man in all of professional wrestling. Yo, when I moved to Florida from New York, no stairs. We were looking for a ranch, like maybe a 2-3 bedroom ranch.
So you're still adamant about actually moving to Florida? So that's still 100%. Happening?
Well, it's still happening. We're just waiting. Aiden, my son, will graduate from high school next year. So after that, we're good to go. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, of course, we have the one. And guess what, Jimmy?
That entrance.
I have it set up.
What's going on, Ben? Why don't you like the entrances anymore?
Shut up. Ladies and gentlemen, coming into the ring, weighing in 911 pounds, standing at 9 feet 11 inches tall in the pants, it is the one, the only, the hacker, Ben Hamin. What's going on, y'all? He's retired.
It's good, man. What's good? Yeah, retired, one of the two.
Anyway,
cough button. Yeah, man. Just in between sets before I do Master Shoot Theater, just come say what's up to the crew, man.
This is awesome. I was talking about because we were talking about the Endeavor thing, the how you were talking about the so what is it, high above, so below, or
as
something
above,
gimmick.
So below.
Yeah, sure, that gimmick. So I was telling everybody that if they wanted to know exactly what was going on, to go back to the Money Locker Room, because your conversation with RBV was fantastic. And if you guys can, if you can give us like a kind of a quick little 3-second synopsis of like what you guys spoke about regarding that situation, that would be awesome, dude.
Yeah, man, sure.
Hold on, Ben. Hold on. Let me just show you my spinner belt that I had in my mommy's house.
Sweet. Congratulations.
You know who I beat? You know who I beat for this? Peter Rosenberg.
Nice. Fucking for what? Everything bagel at the end of the block or what?
Yeah. The locks.
You got the last one.
Yeah, I did. It was stale.
Hey, bro, they sold a lot of those motherfuckers. That's all I can say, right? Like they sold a lot of them.
Anyway, go ahead, Ben.
Yeah. So the big news that nobody's talking about, and I just laid it out with Vince and Stevie. So if your Channel Attitude subscribers on the Russo brand side, you'll get a double dose. But appreciate you subscribing here at HMG. It's crazy, bro. Like it's way bigger news than anybody is even talking about. And I don't think your wrestling pundits from any dirt sheets look at business the way that it should be looked at. I'm not saying the way I do, but let's recap real quick. WWE 10 years ago was worth $500 million to about $1.4 billion. Then they came up with the app and went public. And in that time, stock price went from about $14 to $140, increasing their value up to about, let's say with Raw and SmackDown to about $5 billion, right? That's what Netflix paid for it. Another $3 billion for SmackDown and incidentals. So in that time when Endeavor bought them out, your value is now $12 billion, tenfold in 10 years, really, right? It's pretty incredible. So what have you done? You work the stock market, you work the fans to let them have a piece of it. They got paid off. If they bought in at 14 and sold at a peak 140, that's a nice payday. Nobody's going to bitch about it. But that's how you increase the value of a major global product into the marketplace when you make it public. Then Endeavor did the same thing with UFC, PBR, forms Endeavor TKO group, right? Under Endeavor, a sub company, that's right, group, and fucking buys them out and puts them all under one big sports entertainment conglomerate, raising the value of everything that they have up X amount of $1 billion. You had $12 billion property here. UFC's probably valued close to the same, and then PBR along with whatever else they've got in the package to throw in, right? So turn around with that, and now we've got a $40 billion package of sports entertainment all lumped together. A company out of nowhere that Shapiro and that Ari will still be a part of comes in, and WME is formed and buys this whole conglomeration for it. Now, what can you sell a company for once it's established? Well, earnings before taxes and interest and amortization says you can charge 8 times in a sale of what your value is. So 8 times 40 billion is $320 billion. And there's only one crew that's got that money to piss away on UFC, WWE, bull riding.
You said billion.
Billion. Live golf. They want NBA. They want NFL there. And who is it? Lottie Dottie, we likes to party in Riyadh with the Saudis, bro. Like that's what it comes down to. And this goes back before Vince even sold it, that the Saudis wanted first crack before anybody else did to do a counter offer. Well, if you know that, now you got money marks that you can work. So you're going to go to Nick Khan, Ari Emanuel, go, these guys want it, bro. We just got to get the price up to whatever the fuck it is. They're going to buy it because they've got the Neon Project 2030 of what they're trying to do to bring Americanization to the Middle East. And how are they going to do that? Through sports and entertainment, bro. And shape it the way they want to once it's all there. But all these fucking carny ass promoters are going to carny and get it all together for a major sale. So the only reason you would go private again with that after you've taken the stock money out is because you don't want Nick Hausman on the fucking phone during a stockholders call asking about creative and whatever else, you know what I mean? And now you don't have to do anything in front of the public. You're private again, and you could go get this deal done. And the other part of that is, guess who could be back today?
All right, so time out before you say anything. During the show, I don't know if you were watching, you probably were. Jimmy said that you are a moron for thinking that Vince would know. Jimmy didn't say that.
And then you go WME,
hold on,
brand new shell company, as above, so below. Flip the M, and you've got WWE all over it.
Jimmy, you were basically like, no, there's no, more or less, there's no way that Vince McMahon was coming back. But let me ask you, Ben.
But hold on a minute. Actually, now that Ben explained it like that,
Okay.
With the Saudis, it makes total sense.
Okay,
that
but hold
Vince
on.
is going to come back actually because of the Saudis.
Ben,
And Vince was involved with this boxing deal, and
Right,
Vince wanted
exactly.
in your humble opinion, Ben.
Yeah.
In your humble opinion, percentage-wise, what percentage do you think the possibility of Vince McMahon being a part of the WWE again within before the year 2026?
2026. That's a tough call because that's only 10 months out, right? So
Right.
it just depends on how fast things move. I know the Saudis is a 2030 project. We just saw Vince at fucking Super Bowl and the basketball game. He was pissed about the Netflix thing. He does not want to go out like that. So he's coming.
Really?
You can't let go and be dethroned, right? He wants to tell his own story. So time's ticking with Father Time. So I say a higher percentage, 75 to 80%.
You really think that?
Yes.
Wow.
Because the Saudis want to fucking see Yokozuna versus Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania 2028. You think they're not going to, how out of touch are they when they're asking for that shit? That for great white sharks like The Undertaker and Vince and Ari, bro, that is a feeding frenzy on money marks that have no idea the level of Barnum Bailey carnies they're working with. And, you know, maybe it'll end with them getting hung by a fucking crane. But in the meantime, they're all going to cash in on all this shit as many ways as possible and sell it at the biggest price. And these guys want it because they're building this massive neon project that is failing because there's just people at these huge hotels just sitting there all day reading books because nobody's going there yet. You need the Vegas draw, and they're going to buy the Vegas draw in one fell swoop of $320 billion plus dollars. It may even be more than that, bro.
My God. I mean, all we can say is
and if Vince, and if they want a Yokozuna, you think they don't want Vince McMahon? What's going to happen? Of course he's going to come back, even if it's a figurehead to go shake hands with people, bro. You know, like, and when the check clears,
that's nuts.
Then we'll see what's what, bro. It could be Goldberg Triple H at 2028.
Oh,
it really could.
Let's hope not. But,
Good, Jimmy.
But now this makes total sense. I feel like this was all a setup from the get-go now.
You're goddamn right it was, bro. And Ari's out, but he's still on the board of directors. But hey, that's my time. I got to go do Master Shoot Theater. Thank you guys for subscribing and let me run my mouth.
Please, thank you, Ben, man. Thank you for that information.
Yes.
I'll take it back.
That was better.
That was much better. I was listening to the Monday Locker Room briefly, but I didn't listen to it all clearly. But if the Saudis are the ones to be buying it, then Vince is definitely going to be coming back.
But I was going to ask him about
what's your name, fella? Triple H.
I was going to ask him about that. Where does Triple H get paid off? Does he disappear? Does he go away? Like, what's going on, brother?
Maybe him and Uncle Vince were right all along. They're saying that Triple H, and I didn't agree with them. That's what's funny. I guess it's egg on my face if this shit goes down because something shifty is definitely going on at Endeavor.
We got the professor who jumps in. I can barely read that, but it says you could have Vince more in charge of the Saudi side in generating its entertainment value as well, or two. Kenny F. and Powers jumps
running WWE for the Saudis if this all goes down.
Vince?
Yeah, 100%. I'll have him in charge. That's
just a shout out, just a quick shout out to Kenny F. and Powers who jumped in late here with us. Wow. So again, I think we should look forward to. That's why I put Ben Hamin's theme song in the StreamYard thing because I knew he was going to come in.
I didn't know, but it's 2 weeks in a row. Yeah, it's smart. But I've noticed he doesn't like that intro anymore, man. He keeps complaining about it now.
So I got something for him. When he comes in next time, I'm gonna play Tommy Kangaroo Down Sport. Tommy Kangaroo. Anyway. Let's jump into some quick little news bits before we jump into Monday Night Raw, ladies and gentlemen. We have multiple sources are stating that their plans. The plans are in place for a fatal four-way match for the Intercontinental Championship, WrestleMania 41. Braun Breaker versus Penta versus Finn Balor versus Dominic Mysterio penciled in. And we'll talk about that during the Penta when we discuss the Penta match. But I have a person who I think will be the next Intercontinental Champion, and it ain't going to be Penta.
Let me guess. Does it start with Grande?
We'll talk about, man. Let me tell you something, brother. So let me see if I can find it. So I had saved this and I forgot that I can't use any backgrounds here. But let me tell you, this shit that they did. No, where's the gimmick, Schnavitz? The thing that they did yesterday with, here it is. Hold on. Let me just show you. Like this thing, I made this little background out of what they were showing. I can't use it as a background now, but this was incredible.
Oh, that's awesome.
This
Where
is
was
just
this from?
this was on TV. I took screenshots and I made a background out of it.
I didn't actually see that little bit.
Oh wow, you missed the
I
fucking
missed that. I didn't miss
Grande
the match.
Americano.
Yeah, like I went off for a piss break, and I must have missed that little spot.
Bro, they had a promo talking about the history of Grande Americano, how he wrestled I thought they were inducting somebody into the WWE Hall of Fame. They were like, because they had the WWE Hall of Fame voice guy, and he was like, Mexican wrestling has been, I'm just paraphrasing, has been in history or whatever. And then he's like, Blue Demon, El Santo, Mil Máscaras. But then he goes, but there's one man who, came and then he's like Grande Americano. And they have all these like fucking AI looking pictures
what it looked like
of him wrestling in Mexico many years ago. And it was just hilarious, dude. You have to go back and watch it. Did you guys watch it in the chat? It was one of my favorite fucking things that they did. Yes, that promo was well done. It was one of the best things I've ever seen, man. So yes, and there will be an orgy match there. Jerome in the house.
Orgy match.
And TN Kupana thinks it's Dominic Mysterio who will be the IC champion, and I may agree with him. But anyway, all right, let's see what we hear. It says there are WWE sources describe Tiffany Stratton's interview segment with Charlotte Flair on SmackDown as a sink or swim moment for Stratton. Officials aren't viewing Stratton's performance as a failure, but do acknowledge that Flair came across as a bigger star. As for whether Flair went off script, it's believed she did not. So, Jimmy, I know that you have masturbated to Charlotte Flair many times in the past.
Not once, actually. Just
so people are saying here that she drowned in it.
She destroyed Tiffany Stratton. As a matter of fact,
I didn't see it
myself. Oh, well, me and RBV broke it down on the Smack Attack.
By the way, look at Professor.
Attitude.com.
Professor breaks down the great match between El Blue Demon and anyway. Yeah,
when I was born.
Damn, you serious, Liz? It was that bad? Should I go back and
drowned, dude? She's right. She really did, bro.
I might have to go back and watch it.
Tiffany Stratton was absolutely caught up in her own flat ass Charlotte. Fuck. That is the flattest back I've ever seen in my life. But anyway, it's pretty flat. And it never used to be as flat, but now it's straight.
It's flat.
Literally.
It's flatter. Flatter.
It's flatter.
All right, but anyway, go ahead. Don't read that.
Talk to RBV, Kenny. Anyway. But anyway, we broke it down and no shit. Tiffany, I was cringing for it, dude. She looked
that bad. Huh?
It was that bad. And if Charlotte thinks she didn't go off script, bullshit. Because why would Tiffany be like literally trying to catch her words?
Really?
It was that bad. You got to check it out, man. It was bad, dude.
I guess I have to check it out.
Now I'm starting to believe more about Charlotte than Tiffany. Tiffany looked like second rate when it came to this promo back and forth between Charlotte and Tiffy time.
And how long has Tiffany been in the business?
Not
5
long.
years, 6 years?
If that. I don't think she's even been in there for that long, to be honest.
Remember, folks, no wrestling pedigree. She came from a gymnastics background, and she went right into NXT. She went into what would have been the NIL gimmick, and she just kind of took to it like a fish to water. I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fair.
It's not fair. It's not.
But listen, here's the deal, man. If you're gonna swim with sharks, you better learn how to swim with sharks. If you're going to swim, I was going to say something more clever than that, but I couldn't figure it out. But if you're going to swim with sharks, bro, just know you're going to get bit every once in a while. So, and Charlotte Flair, whether you like her or whether you don't like her, She is the daughter of one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, one of the greatest promos of all time, and she's been doing this shit for a long time. So, flat ass or not, folks, Charlotte Flair is that you know what is that B. So
Look, she's one of the best ever female wrestlers of all time. We've got to
whether
see.
you like it or not, yeah, absolutely.
She might look like Cher, but she can go when it comes to in the ring. I just don't understand why her backside is that flat.
Well, listen, Jim, not everybody's blessed. You know, look at Colin. He has a front side. He's a front side that's flat. So
my ass is more rounded than Charlotte's for crying out
okay,
loud.
prove it.
Well, you
I'm
don't
waiting.
dare me.
Oh, I'll dare you.
I'm
I'll
not
dare
going to
you.
show you my backside.
Do you know at an American baseball game, spring training game, some asshole was sitting. I forgot what game it was. Maybe in the chat you guys know, but some asshole turned around and mooned the pitcher while he showed his whole ass
Like
on national
full-blown
TV.
moon.
You could see like the taint, like right where his balls start.
Yeah,
And yeah, so
that's
anyway, what does Artist Return say there real quick before we jump into the next?
The Artist Return says she's been booked as the best female wrestler of all time, but talent-wise, she's average. Her aura is what gets her over. Talent-wise in the ring, you can't deny she's actually pretty good in the ring, Artist. Come on, dude. She's pretty much got everything other than her ass.
Well, Charlotte is good. Had the Hammer. Charlotte's not the greatest. Who would you say is the greatest female wrestler of all time?
Honestly, I would have to say Alundra Blaze. Honestly, and I think she doesn't get enough credit for being the real sort of, she's the mother for a lot of these women wrestlers. You know what I'm saying? And in terms, I know people can say, Mae Young, say for example, or Moolah, but she was ahead of her time in terms of wrestling, man. The way she used to wrestle, she was that good. Plus, she done a lot of time in Japan too.
I'm gonna throw a name in there that you're gonna be like, what? But I'm gonna say Mickie James might be my GOAT. I think Mickie James was an incredible character, promo, wrestler, and she still looks fantastic to this day. We have a new Logan James has been here before, but he says, just really quickly, I'm just giving some love. He says, hello, I think Jey Uso's storyline now is about him having the yips. Yeah, we're going to talk about that during this segment at WrestleMania 41 against Gunther.
They did something smart with that, and I hope I don't forget by the time we get there. But
we're not, because there are two things that they did on this Monday Night Raw, this little tedious things that I thought were fantastic. So let's just move on really quickly, Jim. We got two quick more stories, and then we'll move on. It says, according to your boy Dave Meltzer, Brasso de Oro Jr. is the luchador playing Triple H's Triple A's new La Parka. That's right. So there's a new La Parka.
This is the fourth one, third one. What is this?
I think the third.
One of them passed away, right? But the
original.
OG,
the original
didn't die. I think he's still alive as LA Park.
That's right, LA Park. And then the guy that took over the La Parka gimmick died.
Passed away, right.
So this should be number 3.
Yeah, number 3, exactly.
They revived him or whatever, but I don't know.
God, that's ridiculous.
Let me see. It says here, expanding on what he has heard, talking about Dave Meltzer from within WWE about the roast of WrestleMania featuring Tony Hinchcliffe and friends. Sean Sapp said on a recent Fightful Q&A that most people in WWE just don't care, to be honest with you. All right, so let me see. And that he hasn't heard the same outrage internally. So I guess the wrestlers don't really give a shit about this whole roasting thing. These guys, that's what they do every day in the fucking locker room. So
what? There's a roast going on at WrestleMania?
They're doing some fucking dumb roast.
That just sounds stupid already, dude.
Sounds boring. And the final note here says Finn Balor was originally planned to beat Edge at WrestleMania 39 in Hell in a Cell, but Fightful Select says that Vince McMahon changed it despite Adam Copeland's desire to put over Finn Balor. I think we knew that, right?
Well, I remember hearing about it back then, but I didn't think too much of it. But what sort of news is this that Sean Ross Sapp is breaking these days?
It's not
I
news.
hate to say it. He doesn't really know what the hell's going on in WWE. The only one right now that actually knows with some truthful things that he posts is actually Mike Johnson, believe it or not.
Who?
When it comes to WWE news. Yeah.
Mike Johnson?
Mike Johnson from PW Insider.
Really?
They're the only ones that got some sort of inside person because they've been getting their stories right when it comes to WWE stuff.
Right. Well, I mean, Jimmy pays $29.99 a month.
I don't, but I am friends with him.
Oh, Mike Johnson.
Yes, and he does wish me a happy birthday every year. So
Right,
thank you, Mike.
Bring him on. Tell him I said hi.
I should. I will.
El Grande Americano.
I'm El Grande Australiano.
All right. That's good. That's good, Jimmy. All right. Well, I guess we could just do this really quickly, Jimmy. We'll go run through this because it was pretty much the same show as last week.
It was exactly the same show. I was going to say that, dude.
I gotta tell you something, brother. It's almost like they're doing house show. You know how a house show used to travel from town to town doing the same show or a similar show? That's what they're doing in Europe, it seems like to me, as they build into WrestleMania. But maybe there were a couple of things that stuck out to me, like the thing that you were just talking about. What was the thing that we were supposed to discuss during the show? The Jimmy Uso thing.
Yes, and Jey Uso, particularly with the Jey Uso botch. I want to bring up.
All right, so let's do that, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk about some Monday Night Raw. All right, you bogans. Monday Night Raw comes to us. It was live at 4 p.m. Eastern here in the United States yesterday, March 24th, 2025, from the OVO Hydro in Glasgow, Scotland. Go ahead, Jimmy. What happened?
Well, first of all, I just want to say to suck shit Scotland, because Greece beat Scotland in the soccer yesterday.
Did they?
3-0. Yeah, they did.
Got their
I
ass
just wanted
kicked.
to say that. They did get their ass kicked. But we do come from Glasgow, Scotland. As a matter of fact, we start with the man, the myth, the legend, I think. Would you call him that?
Who, John Cena?
Well, yeah, he's a legend, of course.
Is he a legend? Yeah.
But wait a minute. What the fuck is this? This feels like a 5-year-old complaining
I'm such a
to
mark.
his parents.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm playing with this guy.
Dude.
Talk.
But I will say this: Cena did have the people in the palm of his hands, and they were sheep, because everything he did was done on purpose. Especially when he done the Austin, when everyone started watting, he set him up to what? Literally, he literally set him up. Man, he knew exactly how that crowd was going to react with everything. But with what he was saying, man, it feels like he's pretty much repeating himself from last week, except for the parts that he's going to ruin wrestling when he wins the WWE Championship. But I'm confused, Ray.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I could have sworn Cena said this was going to be his final year and not ended at WrestleMania, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Why do I get the impression that Cena is going to retire at WrestleMania whether he wins or loses?
No, I don't think so. I think
That's
he said
what they're implying.
When he was saying that he's going to ruin wrestling. I mean, he promised. Remember, he promised, right, that he was going to give us a full year.
He did.
But now,
that's what I'm saying.
But now John Cena is doing what he wants to do. He doesn't give a fuck about what you think. So if he wants to retire WrestleMania, because you and this is you guys. Look at me. I have a John Cena shirt.
Oh, you do.
I've supported John. So this is old, bro. Remember this?
I know. I remember that one.
But let me tell you something, brother. All right, you motherfuckers out there. This is on you. You were the ones that turned on John Cena. You're the ones with the Cena sucks. Cena does not suck. He is possibly the greatest wrestler of all time, and you guys made him do this. This is your fault. Take responsibility. Yes, even you in the chat, even the people that gave him super stickers, you all hated John Cena, and now he doesn't give a fuck about you, and I am all in for it. I love John Cena more than I ever have, and you know what? He hates me. This is an abusive relationship, Jimmy, and I'm gone. I'm gone. Goodbye.
He must like me. Oh, look at him. He just left.
All right, I'm back.
I'm back about Cena because he follows me on Twitter.
So. He doesn't follow me on Twitter.
He follows me for whatever.
He follows you. He follows the fucking professor. He follows fucking. He doesn't follow me. Why?
I don't know why he follows us, but whatever. That's cool. So, John Cena, I'm with you, son. But in saying that, I'm a Cena day one guy. Of course you are, Zane. Why don't you change your name to Zane Cena?
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't
Why
worry about
not?
being the master and ruler. We can't see you, bro.
I really got to get padding for this chair because my balls are going numb. Do you understand what that means?
Well,
Anyway.
my balls are too big to hang off the chair, so you know.
Well, that's the
No.
problem. It's like sitting on a beanbag over here.
Oh, nice.
Anyway.
But yeah, back to Cena though.
Wait,
What?
R-Truth follows you, Elizabeth?
What?
I would like R-Truth to follow me.
Yeah, me
I like
too.
R-Truth.
Actually,
I like R-Truth. He's awesome.
He's awesome. Absolutely awesome. You know, he's got a lot more hip hop songs than you realize, and WWE don't even promote it.
Yeah. Let me see what Kenny F and Power says. Do you have John Cena? You Can't See Me autograph CD from the shop when it was originally released. I got and still have was $24.99. Oh, I will. So I did. Funny story, Jimmy. Jimmy, I went to Walmart. I was visiting my family in Savannah, Georgia, and we went to Walmart. And I said, "Oh, I got to pick up this CD." And they had two versions. They had the clean version, and they had the one with the expletive, the parental.
There was a clean version.
There was a clean version CD, and then they also had the one with the that he curses and everything.
Parental advisory sticker on it.
And I got that one, and I was like, I remember listening to that shit driving in Savannah, Georgia. I was like, this ain't bad. Like I was expecting it to be terrible.
It wasn't terrible.
It wasn't
cheesy,
terrible,
sort of, but it wasn't terrible. Did you know that album went over 6 times platinum?
Yes, that shit was.
Can you believe that?
Your fault, Jimmy, that he turned bad. I bought the CD. You downloaded it illegally off of LimeWire.
I did download it illegally, but not off LimeWire. But it was close, just after that era, pretty much. But you know what? He did say on that album that he's a bad man, and I guess he wasn't lying.
They're saying that might be his theme song for real.
He should. Oh, that would be cool, dude. But if he does that, he should really come out to that song, man. I mean, even though it's a bit of a catchy tune, though.
Bumpy Knuckles, remember?
Bobby Knuckles, yeah.
Anyway.
That's true, too, with what the opinion haver had to say in the chat.
Keeping other rappers scared while I'm walking these streets. Anyway. So John Cena cuts his promo with the same shit as last week. We get shut the fuck up chants from the crowd. We so on and so forth. John Cena starts talking about 50-year-old housewives or 50s housewives. I don't know. He was going all over the place. Finally, Cody Rhodes comes. A good 20 minutes. This was another half an hour segment. You have Cody Rhodes comes out. He points out that Cena has to take the title away from him, and that's not going to be easy because John Cena's talking like he's coming to WrestleMania and he's gonna, just become champion. And Cody's like, no, dude, I'm the champion. The champ is here, basically. And that was pretty much the promo. Like John, it was like a 80-20 promo or a 90-10 promo. Yeah, 90-10.
Didn't say boo when Cody came out 2 weeks in a row, man. Doesn't say nothing, and it looks like a little child like sulking. Almost,
you know Cena is gonna whip his ass next week, right? Probably.
I hope so. Is he due to be back in the States?
Is it? Because they're doing these tours all over Europe now.
That's true, man. But I'm pretty sure they're back in the States next week.
Interesting. But anyway,
will he turn up? I doubt it. But obviously the vet really likes it. He calls it perfection. Wow, with the chef's kiss.
With a chef's
not exaggerating,
kiss.
But
my goodness. The vet also says the album was mostly whack. His cousin's verses. I agree. Trademark sucked. I think if it was just John Cena, I've always wanted John Cena to do an album when he was collabing with all these like rappers that were wrestling fans. Like, could you imagine an album with John Cena and like Redman, who's a wrestling fan, and what's this dude, and Method Man, or Joe Button, and like all these wrestling fans. No, but there's a lot of wrestling fans out there that are big time rappers. That he could have did a cool collab, but never happened. Yeah. Maybe it happens now.
Even Kanye West is a wrestling fan, believe it or not.
Bro, you know what it is, bro? Like, so look, most of the best rappers in the world are African American. It's just the way it is, right? But the fact is that growing up, in black homes in the 80s, 90s, 70s, 60s, like wrestling was the shit. Me being a Latino, wrestling is the shit, from the projects and stuff. Like, this was our getaway. So there are a lot of minorities that are big time wrestling fans, and they hit it big, and they go to they turn the kids and they buy fucking spinner belts like me.
I find it interesting though that you said that with minorities, because it's the same thing here, dude. Like, for example, me and my family, I got into pro wrestling because my grandfather was huge into wrestling, and that's how I got into it. And man, back in the day here, I don't know if you knew this, but WCW was originally an Australian promotion, not the Turner promotion that we love.
World Championship Wrestling.
World Championship Wrestling was originally from Australia, and we had the who's who of wrestlers. Now, this is before my time, though. I wasn't born yet. But during the 60s and 70s, the Australian promotion, WCW here, was probably the second biggest promotion in the world. I hear it. Is that a helicopter, dude?
It's a helicopter. It's they
Damn,
can't find me.
loud.
It's flying right overhead. Maybe somebody got shot. So I'm in the projects.
Damn, that is.
I'm in the hood. My mother lives in the hood. She'll cut you. And there's always helicopters looking for somebody around here, so I'm used to it.
Wow, that was.
This is where I grew up.
Dude. That
They're
was
low
really
because
low.
they fly over the roofs of the building looking for perpetrators. Seriously.
Really? I mean, we get choppers all the time, every day, like going through here too, but not right now. But that was low, man. That's really low. That threw me off.
It was. I think the guy looked right in here and winked at me and flew off. Anyway,
Probably did.
But so you were talking about the Australian WCW.
Oh yeah. That was legitly the second biggest promotion at one point in the world. But like I said, I wish I was around for those days. Unfortunately, I don't. When Cody was here with New Japan at Festival Hall, which is our sort of wrestling, that's like the old school wrestling arena that WCW used to come out from,
right,
in Melbourne, and it's like legendary for us. But even Cody knew the history of Festival Hall and Australian wrestling because of his dad, of course.
Oh, of course,
his dad used to wrestle also here. So Andre the Giant, you name it, all the huge stars between the 60s and 70s were all here, dude. Everybody.
Right.
But
I had no idea.
Yeah,
you learn something new every day. I'm sure the professor has a couple of VHS tapes of WCW in Australia.
I know a few people do know it. I can't remember. Maybe Professor did know. Maybe I've had this conversation with him before. But I know a few people do know about it, man. If you look into it, there's a few good documentaries actually about it. But it's quite interesting. But I forgot my point now because of the chopper.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right. What was I getting at?
I don't know. Maybe you remember it. We were talking about John Cena's album. We were talking about John Cena's the heel run. We said that the trademark sucked as a rapper, and then somehow we got into Australian wrestling.
Yeah, I can't remember why I brought that up. But anyway, the point is,
it's fine. Mm-hmm.
It was the same old with John Cena, except he was basically, blaming everybody, and he's going to ruin wrestling, and he's going to retire with that damn belt. And is he implying about the spinner belt too? He was talking about how that's how, Jimmy CTE, it's true, Zane. That's how he's going to, he manipulated everybody by bringing the toy, basically.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, I have to agree, Kenny F. Empowers. Your grandfather was right. Fucking cut you. We all carry knives. I carry a knife. Anyway.
So do I, actually. I've got a feeling.
All right, so some of these matches I'm going to run through really quickly. I'm not going to give you specifics, but let's talk about the tag team match that came up, because we get the Usos, to a big pop. We have Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. So A-Town Down Under, and this was a decent little match between the two boys. And the Usos go over. They hit the 1D on Austin Theory to get the win, but it was what happened after the match that was the important thing, because post-match, we have Gunther who comes in. He throws Jey Uso Jimmy Uso over the top rope, and then he goes to attack Jimmy. Wait, which one is it?
No,
he goes to attack Jey.
He threw Jey over
he
the
throws
rope,
Jimmy over the rope.
Jey
And then
over the rope.
Yeah, and then he's so anyway, so Jey Uso hits him with a super kick, and then Jey Uso. Now let's talk about this now. So Jey Uso is going to hit him with a spear, but he slipped. So let's think about this. So last week he became a meme, Jey Uso, main event Jey Uso, when he did the dive over the top rope and he top dollar hollowed over the top rope and fell and broke his ass. So instead of WWE ignoring this, this is great, because what they're doing is, it's called the yips. For those who don't know what the yips are in sports, there was a baseball player here in New York City. for the New York Yankees, Chuck Knobloch, and he played second base. Chuck Knobloch was an all-star baseball player. He used to play in Minnesota. When he came to the Yankees, something happened where he started like double pumping when he was throwing to first base, and he couldn't throw the ball.
Why? Suddenly he just forgot how to actually throw a pitch?
It was a mental thing. There was a catcher that also played here in New York City for the New York Mets. His name was Mackey Sasser. I'm doing this off the top of my head. And Mackey Sasser, you know, when you know the catcher catches the ball and he throws it back to the pitcher,
right? Yeah,
he couldn't throw it back to the pitcher. He would do some weird thing, and he sometimes he would throw the ball over the pitcher's head, and it was just like a fucking mental thing. It became such a meme back then. There was a movie called Major League. Remember the movie Major League?
Yeah, of course, absolutely, yeah.
Okay, so there was a movie Major League 3 when they went back to the minors, and there was a character that they actually that had the yips, and they actually copied off of what happened with Mackey Sasser, the catcher from the Mets. And so the yips are a thing. So the artist says, let me see. Now he thinks that the yips angle is dumb.
Actually, it wasn't, because they covered for his ass. That's why it's not dumb.
That's why it's not dumb. But now it's also becoming a compelling storyline within the thing. Like, you know, the closer he's getting to finally, you know, being the man. Now he's fucking up. How many times has that happened in real life, Jimmy, to us? Where you get a big, well, you're gonna get a big break at your job, or you're doing super well in school, or you're about to get a promotion, and then you just end up fucking up. Or you're in a
100.
relationship. How about you're in a relationship?
That's the biggest yips.
Yeah, and then you start. I had that problem where I would get into a relationship and I would just start fucking up, and then I would just break up or get broken up with, because I would just not want to, like, internally, I didn't want to settle down. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. I know that feeling, man. That's why I brought it up. That's why I said, especially in relationships, you definitely get the yips, especially at the start, obviously. But yeah, man, I've been in the yips. I mean, shit, it happens. We're human, man. I mean, even at work, when you get a new job, for example, right, and you just want to impress, and then you just start fucking up and everything goes wrong, you know what I mean? It happens. Yep. It's the yips. I mean, not everyone's perfect. Obviously, no one's perfect. But it happens, man. And that's why this, I thought, was smart, because at least it covers up for his botch the week before, and they're playing it into storyline. I take my hat off to WWE for actually improvising for him, and it actually puts him over in a way, if you know what I mean, in terms of yipping instead of eating.
Yipping. So listen, I got to run through a lot of this stuff. So I got about 20 minutes before I could leave, but we're going to go backstage. We have Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, Dominic Mysterio. They're all talking backstage. We move on. We have a hype reel for Stephanie Valkyria, who is incredible, the double champion. She's going to have 2 matches tonight on NXT. For the NXT, she's going to be defending her North American title and her world title. Back from commercial break, we get the cool hype reel for El Grande Americano, which Jimmy missed. So you guys
missed it.
It's terrible. And backstage, we have a funny segment where, you know, we have Chad Gable who comes out, and, you know, Rey Mysterio and fucking Dragon is back there, and he's supposed to have a match, Chad Gable, but he got a note from the doctor saying he was sick, and it was apparently legit. So what's his name? Dragon Lee ends up taking a match with this new guy, Grande Americano. We'll talk about that as we get there. We'll fast forward really quickly. We get Lyra Valkyria in the Who Gives a Fuck match versus Raquel Rodriguez. It was nobody gave a fuck about Lyra Valkyria. Once again, I thought this would be a great time for her to get the title taken off of her, but and then we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it real quickly. But instead, Liv Morgan, she even fucking gets involved, but somehow Lyra Valkyria rolls up the much bigger, stronger, and probably more over Raquel Rodriguez, and she wins the match and retains that IC title. Jimmy, your thoughts?
She made both of them look stupid. How stupid did Raquel and Liv look in this match in the end?
Very dumb.
I mean, I don't like that, dude. I don't like the fact that she wins with a good old roll-up as per usual, right? I mean...
Fruit roll-up.
Standard. Yeah, fruit roll-up. Exactly. I used to love those. Excuse me. Do they still sell that shit? I haven't seen them in a long time.
Absolutely. But
anyway,
the master and ruler of the world here. Feeling vicious.
Well, he claims he's perfect, but, you know.
He is.
Sure you are. But anyway, yeah, look, I didn't like this one bit. I don't know what they see in Valkyria, dude. Honestly, like, yeah, she can wrestle, but look at her, dude. Talking
I
about
mean,
flat asses, but
it's not look at her, dude. She has no connection with the crowd. I don't want to talk about this every single week, but she has no connection
she
with the
has no
crowd.
connection.
No fucking charisma. Nobody goes woo. Everybody gets tired. You know that
So dumb,
woo, woo. Who gives a fuck? Go home.
Yeah, that is pathetic. Woo.
Back from commercial break, we get a little hype reel with the natural disasters going into the WWE Hall of Fame, which I think is well overdue. That was a big tag team. We can talk about it more next week. We get Jimmy Uso, and he's talking with his brother Jey Uso, and he's like, "Yo, you can't be Gunther." He goes, "Not this Jimmy Uso, that the one that's fucking up all the time and yipping and stuff like that." And then Jay's like, "Oh shit, is that Gunther?" Just randomly walking backstage, walks up to
It's the
him.
other way around, Ray.
Yeah, whatever. And he says, "Hey, Gunther, you know, you I'm gonna beat you up because I don't have the yips." So, and he slaps I think he slapped the living shit out of Gunther because Gunther's face.
Slapped him. Don't worry about Gunther. He slapped him back into Walter after
did.
that slap. I'm telling you, bro.
Gunther turned fat for a second. It was weird.
I swear, his soul just left his body. Like that
Bro.
slap was pow, like right across his face. I liked it. I like this attitude. Why don't we see this top attitude from Jay, man?
Well, maybe we will, but right now he has so much going on in his life, and I agree with you, Elizabeth, that Lyra Valkyria is the main event roster. Kalani Jordan, yes, no charisma.
Damn.
Yeah, except Kalani Jordan is actually hot. Anyway,
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say that.
we fast forward. We have Adam Pearce in the ring for the contract signing. Bianca Belair. You know how this goes. It's the same shit from
Same.
last week. Same
Exactly
exact
the same.
segment. If you want to know what happened this week in Raw, watch last week's
Watch
Raw.
last week.
Where fucking Io Sky is like, "No, I went to fight," and they're mushing her and stuff, and it gets ridiculous, and it breaks down into a fight, but here's the thing. So there will be no triple threat according to Adam Pearce, right?
Surprisingly.
But next week, Rhea Ripley gets a shot at the title next week. Do you think there's any possibility now that Rhea Ripley wins the title, Io Sky gets fucked over for the title,
Jesus.
and then they have to force the three-way dance at WrestleMania? Your thoughts really quickly.
Well, they're building more so towards a Belair Ripley sort of feud, right? I mean, that's what it comes across as. And that Io is just, a nobody, even though Rhea has never beaten Io, funny enough.
Never.
Never. I don't like this, the way they're doing this. I don't know what to think now, because this is a long-winded way of going to a three-way when you could have just done it now, right?
Well, they can't give you. What do you see? You're a typical John Cena fan.
No, I don't
You
mean
want
the
everything.
match.
You just want
Hold on,
everything.
No.
No, you
Wait,
John
hear me
Cena
out,
hater.
hear me
Okay.
out.
I'll listen.
I'm not a John Cena hater, but
Oh, well.
no, I didn't mean the match. I mean as in like booking that three-way. Why do we need another match, a one-on-one match, to determine if we're going to have a three-way?
Brother, I don't know.
I mean, didn't Rhea sign already?
Because again,
I know it's not in void.
It's not. It doesn't. You can't just listen, bro. I can't find a check for $1 million that's supposed to go to someone else, cross their name out, and sign it, and be like, "I get $1 million too."
No,
It doesn't
you're
work
right.
that
That's
way.
true.
You feel me? So he's like, "No,
feel
you
you.
can't." Anyway, but that's what's
I
happening.
just think this is stupid. It makes all three of these girls, and I say girls, look like girls. Yes, they are girls, but are they acting as women? Like women?
Josh, I said this last week. Don't be surprised if they all go. They have the triple threat, and the EO still wins at WrestleMania.
And that's due to the other two having issues.
Yeah. So,
It's obvious how this is going, right? I mean,
well, it could be obvious, but they are
But-
going around
but-
and twist and turn. So,
do you actually think Rhea does win that match though next week?
I think she does. I think EO gets screwed over by what's her name? What's her name? Belair coming to being ringside, and she gets screwed somehow, and she gets interrupted. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's gonna happen. I think Rhea wins next week. We're gonna find out.
Well, Belair is going to be the special guest referee to that match.
That too. Thank you for mentioning that, because she's like, I don't know how to referee, but you're gonna have to learn. Anyway, Dominic Mysterio rolls up on Penta. He's like, "Hey, you want to be part of the Judgment Day?" And he just goes, "I don't want to be." Anyway, we come back from commercial. We get New Day. They are demanding a tag team title match, and Adam Pearce is like, "No, you guys suck now." Let me see. Get out of my office. Bianca Belair again complains about having to be a referee, and then we get the match of the night, not the main event, but the match of the night. We have Dragon Lee versus El Grande Americano. Jimmy, Grande Americano ends up winning the match via submission of the ankle lock. Somehow, he was going for like one of his special. It's called the Triple Tornado, but somehow his hand got caught in the mask of Dragon
it was an
Lee.
accident.
And a total accident, came off, and it's not his fault. It's not Americano's fault that Dragon Lee was covering his stupid face, and he pins him. He makes him tap out. Jimmy, your thoughts of this match and your thoughts. You said this is the match of the night, so tell us why.
It was entertaining, man, all the way around. These two guys, I mean, Grande absolutely impresses me how he can switch it up, dude. Like, he really is pretty versatile, man. Even though he's doing a lot of... Sorry?
He's so good.
He's good, man. He's great, actually. And as a matter of fact, I actually think this is a good thing for him. I hope they milk this Grande Americano for quite a while. And I like the fact that he goes in between some other character, apparently. That's the rumor, the alleged.
Whoa. What do you mean? What do you mean milk this? Milk what? Grande Americano's been wrestling forever.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. You're right. He was around even long before we were born. Is he? I mean, how is he looking so good at 200 years old?
Well, that's we don't crack, us with
is
melanin
that a
skin.
Thing?
Yeah.
But is he Latino, but?
Yeah, of course he is.
Are you sure about that?
I'm pretty sure.
Grande Americano means big America.
Yeah, but he, he just respects the values of the greatest country in all of space and time, and he wanted to represent it.
Fair enough.
Listen, Chris Jericho went over as Lionheart, and he made a name for himself in Mexico.
That's true, but he's Canadian.
Would you stop?
I'm just saying. Even though he was born in New York, by the way.
Did you see that thing with Chris Jericho and that little kid? Do you know what I'm talking about?
What are you talking about?
Oh my God, Jimmy is out of the loop, folks.
What's going on?
I can't tell you what you missed. Go on Twitter and just type in Chris Jericho, and this kid gave him the finger, and this kid, they were going back and forth, and it was kind of a funny fucking moment between a wrestler and a fan, and Chris Jericho pulls up his shirt, shows him a six-pack, and the kid pulls up his little shirt, and he has a six-pack as well. It was kind of funny. I don't know if it was staged. I don't know if the kid is related to somebody, but I thought they did a good job at putting that over.
Dude, do you remember when Jericho quickly, I just want to say, punched out a fan, but that fan was a female?
Yeah, why not? She attacked him.
Full decked her, bro.
I'm kidding. Don't hit women.
I couldn't believe it.
Don't hit women unless they hit you first. Anyway, let's go. We get CM Punk in the ring. He cuts a promo. He's gonna be same old pro. It's like it's just bullshit. It's just time filler. I'm interested to watch the Stephanie McMahon show.
I haven't tuned in yet, but I forgot about it. Thank you for reminding me.
I think it debuts this week, right, folks? I'm not sure. Hey, we got Colin.
Last week?
I'm not really sure, but listen, all I can tell you, sir, is let me do it.
All I can tell you, sir, is that he's gay.
Gay. We get Colin. He's here. He's like, anyway, Colin came to my mother's house when he visited here.
I remember.
And he had his first taste of Spanish coffee. And now I think, Colin, tell me if I'm right, Colin. Coffee.
I thought it was something else.
No, what are you trying? He was having relations with my mother?
Nah, you said that. I didn't. I thought he was going to get his first taste of Spanish.
No,
chorizos.
No, all right. You're mixing. That's Mexican. I'm Puerto Rican. What is wrong with you?
Spanish. I said Spanish. God damn it.
That's fair. But yeah, I think Colin is now a big fan of Spanish coffee. What do you Pustelo, right, Colin? Is that what you're drinking, or Long? Which one? No, I'm serious. He loves the stuff. Now, anyway, so CM Punk cuts his promo talking about how he's going to WrestleMania and they have an elimination chamber match and all this other shit, and it's just the same old fucking shit. A promo. What?
No, I was gonna say, and this match is basically, remember when you play Mario Brothers, you have to save Peach, the princess, right? This is basically saving who's going to get their hands on, the wise man.
That's true. He did wink in the camera and say he's not just your wise man there, tribal chief. So interesting. We go to
Does that make them all gay, by the way?
that's a good question.
Is that gay?
Why
Is that
are you
not
gay?
That's
Who
what I
says
want
I'm
to know.
gay? You are gay.
Anyway,
It's kind of gay.
a little bit. Anywho, we go. Carlito and Mysterio are fired up. Let me see what it says here. Okay. I'm sorry. So we get Braun Breaker in the main event versus Penta for the Intercontinental Championship in a very solid match. The beginning of the match,
Too, right?
yeah, a great match. I thought they had a little chemistry problem in the beginning, but it worked itself out because those two guys can go. And then Carlito and of course Dominic come to the ring and they are assisting Penta. But eventually this match breaks down into a disqualification because enough of this bullshit. Braun Breaker gets attacked by the Judgment Day. They beat him with a chair. They hand the chair over to Penta and Cero Miedo. And Cero Miedo, he's like, I don't know. Do I hate him? Do I not hate him? And he's just standing there doing the whole, I don't know. Maybe I should. Maybe I should not. Should I? You tell me, crowd. Crowd, what do you think? And then he finally takes the chair and hits fucking Dominic with the chair and then does the Van Daminator. If you don't know what that is, Google it, to Dominic Mysterio. And then finally, the Judgment Day all fucking get upset and they beat up on the boys and we go off the air.
Yeah, basically. I mean, these two obviously, yeah, no, and we're about to go off the air. But in saying that,
sorry guys, I'm so busy today.
No, it's understandable, dude. But in saying that, yeah, look, when you said about chemistry issues, I mean, they're very different performers. I mean, these two have complete different wrestling sort of, move sets, if you want to call it that.
Mm-hmm.
So it made sense that they weren't clicking at first, but eventually, like you said, they clicked. But you can thank the Judgment Day too for helping them out in many ways.
You can.
But you can, no, really, because they needed that sort of thing. But it's interesting. Is Penta going to be, who's he wrestling come? Is this when Phoenix comes into play and goes against the Judgment Day?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Possibly?
I think that, so when it comes down to it, I agree with Josh Floberg, TN Couponer. I think that Dominic Mysterio is going to be the next Intercontinental Champion.
I hope so.
And I think that hold on. And Penta are going to be the perennial tag team champions moving forward.
We need a new tag team champion on both ends, to be honest.
Because the tag team division is shit right now.
Oof.
Didn't they take they just took the belts off of these two bozos that had it?
What's it called? Yeah, the big guys, the War Machine, whatever. Yeah.
Oh
War
wait, are they
Ladies.
champions? Are they still champions? I don't know.
No, the Judgment Day. Didn't they get him back?
No, they did not.
I thought, why did I think they got him back?
Jimmy, what are you talking about, Jimmy?
Last week, wasn't it?
First you're saying that my mother's being accosted by Colin here.
Oh, wow.
Anyway, listen, folks.
I don't know
this
why
is.
I've got that impression, dude.
Let me tell you something, folks. Here's the deal. This has been a very difficult transition for me. I haven't lived with my mother in years. I'm talking about maybe 18. I haven't been to this house. I haven't lived here for more than 2 or 3 days for emergency purposes. I'm gonna be here for almost a month, 3 weeks maybe. Not easy, but I'm here, and I'm glad this all worked out. What?
Do you get to see your wife in between?
So we FaceTime obviously, but tomorrow's my day off, and Thursday's my day off. She's staying with her cousin. It's a long story, but they get along fine. But it's just that it's easier for her to chill with her cousin. My mother's older, so my wife is still recovering from the surgery, so her cousin's helping, get around the house and everything. Anyway, it's a long story, but she's fine. She's gonna be staying over here those 2 days that I'm off, and then she'll go back home Friday. But anywho,
How's she doing, by the way? Is she recovering pretty quickly?
She's doing much better. Yeah, she's strong, bro. She's a thug, bro. My wife is very, very strong. But Jimmy, put over your social media and stuff.
Well, you can follow me at DJ Mass Effects, but like I said, I know you guys have been tagging me. I see it, but I can't respond to it, which sucks. But if you want to follow me, you can at DJ Mass Effects. I got to keep tweeting Elon, the piece of crap. God damn you, Elon. Seriously, I want my Twitter back. Give my Twitter back. But yeah, so you can follow me there. But like and subscribe at channelattitude.com. With $5 only to get the realest but the best talk in all of pro wrestling. But also like and subscribe right here at Hamin Media Group's YouTube channel and share, subscribe, give us a thumbs up. We'll really much appreciate that if you do that. And thank you to everyone that has subscribed because we're over 1,000 subscribers right now, Ray.
Oh yeah,
so
I know.
We appreciate that, man. And
we love you.
Yeah, and also at HaminMediaGroup.popping.com for all our affiliate shows.
Yeah, I'll put over your show with the vet. Don't forget Wreckage. Every Sunday morning. What time is that again, Jimmy?
At 11 a.m. Eastern, as a matter of fact.
11 a.m. Eastern. We got the Impact Attack that just went up on channelattitude.com. They're live.
Show.
They're live every Monday. And what else we have? Don't forget our boy Rip Rogers, wrestling with Rip Rogers every Sunday, I think, at an unspecified time.
Unspecified time. Yeah.
Unspecified time. Don't forget our boy Timmy Baltimore with Limpin' Ain't Easy. Go over, check out his YouTube channel. And don't forget Stevie Richards. And of course, the Next Level. Don't forget, hey, subscribe to that channel as well, ladies and gentlemen. Tomorrow, the Next Level Wrestling Review, me and the vet. And after we're done here, go over to twitch.tv /opinion haver and go give the vet a lot of monies as he streams video games for you. And of course, Jimmy with the Smack Attack this past weekend. So thank you so much, guys. You're welcome. Anyway, so I think that's it. I have to get the hell out of here. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Me and the vet's going to talk some Next Level Wrestling Review, some NXT. Again, we get to see Stephanie Valkyria twice. Can't go wrong with that, brother.
Absolutely not.
Right? No? Anyway.
No, you can tell how much they love her, dude.
Yeah, she's hot. Anyway.
Absolutely.
I'm going to try to do this like I would do this on a Roadcaster. So let's see if this works out, ladies and gentlemen. I will see you next week. Love you, Jimmy. Peace.
Love you too, Ray. Peace. And love you, y'all.
Love you guys.
Shuggy duggy quack quack. I'm hurt and I'm old and I'm fucking tired and I work with fucking children.
Oh wait, I did that wrong. Hold on. I'm trying to do this really quickly. Oh, here we go.
This is Hustler Rogers. Yeah, it's fucking me. Yeah, and listen to the fucking Hamin Media Group. That's Ben Hamin Media Group.